Today I'm building up this fake Colnago frame. Will it ride or will it be a total nightmare? Let's find out. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Before we get started, let's see exactly what came in the box. The centerpiece of the package is the frame, weighing in at 1225 grams. Alongside it, we have the fork with a somewhat heavy weight at 562 grams. The handlebar tips the scale at 346 grams, while the seat post comes in at 183 grams. Rounding things out are the included accessories and small hardware, which weigh a combined 151 grams. Overall, these are some impressively light components. Now let's get everything assembled and start the build. The first step was preparing the headset. I started by applying grease to both the upper and lower bearing seats. Next, I installed the steering block and fitted the upper bearing. Once it was in place, I spread the grease in the lower bearing seat and installed the lower bearing as well. After that, I lightly greased the fork steerer and added a small amount of grease to the upper bearing.
And the first big step is to install the front fork. This is actually one of the most difficult builds I have ever done, so I'm actually very excited and a little bit nervous how it will go.
Then it was time to install the preload bolts.
I also made the opening a little bit wider so my disc brake cable can route through it a little bit easier, so I hope that will work.
Next, I turned the preload ring until it was fully tightened and could no longer rotate. After that, I installed the lower preload screw to lock everything securely in place. With that done, the fork assembly was now complete.
So the front fork is installed and now it is time for the most difficult part, and that's actually rearing my rear brake cable through the frame. And I have to say, this part can be very annoying, so I hope this works. Other than that, I don't see any big problems to build this bike up, but if this doesn't work, we have a big problem. And to make this process easier, I will try to use my internal routing cable tool. There we go.
To my surprise, this part of the build went a lot smoother than I expected. Maybe that's because my twin brother was helping me out. Having someone there to lend a hand definitely made the job easier.
Let's go! Woo. Finally! We did it! Teamwork makes the dream work!
With that done, I installed the oil needle, fitted the connecting bolt and secured the olive ring. Then I connected the hose to the hydraulic disc brake and mounted everything onto the frame. Next, I installed the front brake cable and mounted the disc brake onto the fork. Now it was time for one of the most challenging parts of the build, routing the brake cables through the handlebar. Fortunately, I used my internal cable routing tool, which made the process much smoother. Once all the cables were in place, I installed the spacers, mounted the handlebar onto the frame and torqued everything down to the manufacturer's specifications. With the handlebar in place, I mounted both brake levers and carefully cut the brake hoses to the correct length. Then I installed the oil needle, connecting bolt and olive ring before securing everything in place. After completing the first side, I repeated the entire process on the other brake lever, making sure everything was aligned properly and tightened to the specifications. Once both sides were finished, the cockpit looked clean, professional and exactly how I had envisioned it. At this point, I was really happy with the result and excited to see the build coming together.
Well guys, I had a problem. I actually almost built my bike fully up, but I forgot to record it on my camera. So yeah, I removed almost all the parts. The only thing that is still inside is the bottom bracket. I will just let it stay from there. Everything is greased as well. But yeah, let's continue with the build, and now I will install the rear carbon cranksets. And yeah, sometimes you make mistakes. I was so happy, I was damn, it's done nice, and I look at the camera and I see I was not recording. But yeah, rookie mistake, but let's continue. I also use an electronic torque wrench, so I have always the right measurements or torque specifications. I did this one already and I will do the other side as well. Okay. And next we have to install the front derailleur, and I can't wait to put it on. And now we have to do the same with the rear derailleur. Well, I'm super happy with the progress I made so far. I think the bike is almost built. The only thing that is missing are both wheels, is the saddle and the handlebar tape, and then we're basically finished. Oh yeah, I forgot the chain as well. But now, let's install the wheels.
I chose for the 10 plus wheel set because they are affordable and look really great.
Okay, and now we have to do the front wheel. Okay. Now we have to add the chain, and then the build is almost done. Hopla. And now I will install this San Marco saddle because it is white and I think it would be a great fit. I just installed my bar tape and I just realized once again that I did not record it. But yeah, I will just leave it as it is. Well, the bike is now fully built. Let's see how much it weighs. I'm very curious to see.
And when placing the bike on the scale, it got a weight of 8 kilos.
And now let's go outside to do our first test ride. Woo! I have to say we did 15 kilometers so far, and I don't know if it are the wheels or the frame, but to be honest, the bike feels a lot stiffer than my other replica frames. So I'm quite surprised actually. Let's continue the ride and see if anything comes up. Whew. Well, I'm just back on my way home, and I have to say my opinion has not changed yet. I have to say it's the first time that I feel that like a counterfeit product feels really stiff. If I compare this to my fake track bike, you can clearly feel the difference. But I'm actually very surprised for the first time that a counterfeit product felt so stiff. So yeah, I'm actually very happy with my components. I have used the wheel top electronic group set, I have used it on many other bikes, and I used the Riro carbon crankset, and I have to say everything works fine. And also the wheels, I find these very interesting. This is from a brand called 10 Plus. They're actually very new to the market. They are an OEM factory who recently started to make their own wheel sets, and they are aiming actually for affordability. So I had to try them out. And I have to say I'm very impressed so far. Of course it's just my first ride, but they are very promising. And I think they are slightly better than my CSC wheels. So if you're looking for a brand new pair of wheels and don't want to break the bank, I think 10 Plus can help you out. You can find also a link in the description below. One thing I forgot is to spin the wheel so you guys can listen to the hub. It's very windy, so I hope it's fine. And now let's go back to the studio. I'm almost home and I wanted to make some nice drone footage, but some weird reason I lost my button. Like it hooked behind it and then poof, it flew off. And now I have to look here and I hope I can find it. We didn't find it. Sad story. But yeah, let's go back to the studio once more. To wrap up this video, I have to say that while this bike does feel stiffer than my fake Trekmadone, I still can't recommend buying counterfeit products. Just because a frame feels stiffer doesn't mean it's stronger or safer. We have no way of knowing how well the carbon was designed, tested or manufactured. And that's not a risk I advise anyone to take. If you're looking for an affordable carbon bike, there are plenty of Chinese brands that offer much better value for your money, such as Elves, Sewaf, Ican and TFSA. These companies build bikes under their own name and have a much better track record than counterfeit products. As always, I make these videos for informational and educational purposes only. My goal is to test these products so you don't have to. And if you want to share your own cycling adventures, you can always join my Discord server. You can find a link in the description below. Well, thanks for watching everybody. Live a long and happy life, stay safe on the road, and I will see you in my next video.